National leader Christopher Luxon has slammed Labor for being what he called unhelpful by stepping out of its caretaker mode and calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
None of the parties likely to soon be in government are calling for one, with National saying there's no simple solution to the conflict. Political reporter Amelia Wade has more.
The pressure has been mounting for a ceasefire in Gaza as Aotearoa waits and waits for a government. Though none of the parties likely to soon wield power have made the call.
The reality is you need the conditions for a ceasefire to be there, and that requires that you need both parties wanting to progress a ceasefire.
David, do you call for a ceasefire?
I call for the hostages to be released.
Do you call for a ceasefire, David?
If the hostages are released, then maybe you can have a ceasefire.
In a constitutionally awkward move, yesterday Chris Hipkins took off his caretaker handcuffs and called for Israel and Hamas to end the fighting.
I'm not willing to wait any longer, given that we don't know how much longer the negotiations are going to take, before articulating the Labor Party's position.
Yeah, look, I think that was unhelpful.
On Friday, Labor, as the caretaker government, told National it wanted to call for a ceasefire. National said it wanted to see official advice. So Labor asked for it. They got it from the Foreign Affairs Ministry on Saturday, but National opted for an option which wasn't calling for a ceasefire. On Sunday at 3:26 p.m, Labor told National it was about to call for one, and at 3:30 p.m, Hipkins called for the ceasefire.
There isn't agreement from the incoming government to that language.
There is no simple solution here. We can't just say from New Zealand, let's have a ceasefire and expect it to happen.
Labor actively stepping out of caretaker mode and asking for advice and pressing an issue instead of treading water while it waits isn't constitutionally proper and has led to National slamming Labor for playing politics with a serious issue and for not consulting them properly. National favours a softer approach.
Calling for there to be a process towards a ceasefire. Quite a different thing, but same goal.
Despite no government and an empty parliament, politics continues. Amelia Wade, Newshub.